Good morning guys, Sarah Hollins, Wicked Maths. It's a beautiful day. I'm actually out walking the dog and it's not raining. There he is, there's the monster. It's not chucking it down. It was scheduled to thunder and lightning, hence the raincoat, but it hasn't, so happy days. It's gonna be a great weekend. Been getting loads of questions this week. Concerns really, I suppose, as much as questions about not being ready to go back to sport, not being ready to go back to training, and actually people wondering if they're even going to enjoy all the training they used to do anymore. That's a real big deal, because when you're training 15, 20 hours a week, it's a lot, and when you stop or when you minimise it, it is quite daunting to go back to that kind of schedule. And the idea of will I even enjoy this anymore, I thought that was quite a good point made by, I think it was one of the swimmers who I've been talking to this week. And yeah, I thought actually, yep, I can see that. So what I suggested was that you should set a time that you cannot quit for. So when you go back to your full training, you should give yourself something like 6 weeks as a minimum. So for 6 weeks, no matter how bad it is or how much you hate it, you just have to put up with it, because that should give you long enough to cycle through all the different types of training, all the different types of feelings, different foods, different issues with schoolwork, work, whatever. So hopefully that will be long enough for you to make a really good decision, because it'd be so easy to sack it off now and think, I'm not going back to that, it's too much, I can't bear it. I used to think this every year before the football season. I'd spend the cricket season and the tennis season playing cricket, tennis, eating lots of cricket teas, having a great time, getting fat, and then it'd come to pre-season for football and I'd think, oh no, not again, not the cones, I can't do this running. And I'd have this conversation with myself every single year. It's in the event, I loved it. Okay, the first few weeks were terrible, but once I got through those first couple of weeks of pre-season, it was fine. The weight came off, I started to enjoy it again, yada yada yada. So I never allowed myself to quit before pre-season, and I wouldn't let myself quit until Christmas. I would usually set myself, pre-season was July, August, and if I was going to quit football, then I wasn't allowed to quit until Christmas. And I never quit at Christmas. Of course I didn't. I loved it. But I completely understand those sort of feelings of, am I even going to like this anymore, let alone love it? It's daunting. But it is the same for everybody. Some sports have been hit perhaps a bit less than others. I've been speaking to quite a few runners. We're quite smug because we've been able to do more or less what we need to do. But, when we go back, we'll be as competitive or as not as competitive as before. It's the same. Whereas if you're a sport like swimming that's been completely shut down, then you're all in the same boat. So, no one's going to have made great losses or great gains. You're probably going to be more or less where you were. So whatever you do, don't quit now. Make a plan, stick to it, get yourselves ahead. That's how we stay ahead in sport, isn't it? Plan ahead, get ahead, stay ahead. Whatever you do, don't be sacking it off until you've completed at least a minimum number of weeks. I suggested 6, but you might want to make it longer. I used to do several months, so up to you. Gotta go, have a great weekend.